Thank you, Martijn. It's on. Right. Money has always been an important part in human mankind. And while most people say that they value love and health, of course, much more than money, in the end, research of the economist shows that 50% of the people still thinks it's really important to be rich and have expensive things. When coming to Maastricht to study, honestly, I was attracted by the highlighted tables in a shiny study brochure, showing me the study programs which would ensure me the best paid jobs of a certain program. That was why I also chose the finance track, because I really wanted to become an investment banker. Friends already working at the banks blew me away every day again with their awesome stories about their BMW 7 Series with their own drivers and the golden cutlery in the canteen. They will be millionaire in 3 years. I mean, I couldn't wait to start myself. I love Maastricht. I mean, it certainly is the bright side of life. But at that time, I thought being an investment banker in Frankfurt would give me even a brighter bank account, making me more happy. I already had 2 full-time jobs at that moment, so I already had the work spirit. But then, at the age of 23, almost graduating, my body completely collapsed. I think that was the worst week of my life, and from that day I completely changed my life. Focusing on fun things and projects. Not as a banker, but as an entrepreneur. Not in Frankfurt, but in Maastricht. And now a few years later, when I'm talking with my friends in the investment world, it's not anymore about all those amazing payments and their awesome work environment. They are, at their end of 20s, depressed because they're not working for fun anymore, but just for the money, it seems. In the past years, I've coached loads of entrepreneurs in all kinds of incubators and startup weekends, and to be honest, I'm shocked. Because I think it looks like it's only about the money. It's not anymore about building companies with a passion. Numerous startups are just focused on a huge IPO or a takeover by an investor. And as one of the venture capitalists lately quoted on TechCrunch, we have an entire generation of entrepreneurs to build dipshit companies and hoping that they sell to Google for $25 million. Dipshit companies. Colleagues from the Sandbox network, of which I'm also a proud member, performed research among 16,000 startups worldwide. They found that 11 out of 12 startups crash, mainly due to self-destruction, focusing too much on profit maximization or having too much funding in the beginning, making the founders lazy. So has money always had a bad influence on our society? No. As Dan Harmon nicely quoted on SoXoFest, money was the original people connector, but somewhere along the line it turned bad, because if you take a people connector too seriously, it stops connecting people and starts dividing them. You can see our society as a kind of ecosystem. If you get too much out of the ecosystem and you don't put anything back in, the system slows down. It stops from innovating, and in the end, it stops from existing. It dries out. It dies. Which is the problem of the bankers. It's never enough. They usually say always that they need to maximize their shareholder value, but isn't the official function of a company not to provide goods, services, employment, pay taxes, and so on, and not just return to investors? I mean, they're eating our ecosystem. And Harvard professor Lynn Stout found that the overemphasizing of shareholder value has led to a short-term focus, discouraging investment and innovation. That's why famous manager Jack Welch already said, shareholder value is practically the dumbest idea in the world. While I chose my study program myself, the general pressure of parents on their kids' study program is outrageous. Think about it. Why are we pointing students constantly towards study programs ensuring a good salary instead of what they really like? Doing arts, being creative. Harvard School of Education found that 50% of the students need more than 6 years to finish a regular 4-year study program, and 40% of the students never finishes a program. Why? Lots of the kids don't have a clue what they do, according to the lead authors. And 86% of the students indicate that they just want to be filthy rich. What most people tend to forget is that there are so many important things in the world based on something else than money. I mean, where would Facebook or Google be without the free C++ and MySQL platforms? Or Android without Linux? Or Wikipedia without its authors? Students without Wikipedia. I'm currently performing academic research on the voluntary academy in the world. And volunteership is, in my eyes, heavily undervalued. A lot of people think it's about cleaning diapers of old ladies. But if you bring together and calculate the economic impact of volunteership around the world, you will get the second adult population generating the seventh economy in the world. A few years back, working in Maastricht, my body again said, bang, very toughly. I mean, I was focusing again only on working, 80 hours a week with my company. And again, I radically changed my way of working towards more social entrepreneurship. Because I believed in a thing Eric Liu once said. I mean, in my own environment, when there's always an excuse to say no, when there's no financial compensation involved. But as Eric Liu already said, we all do better when we all do better. Am I saying that we all should work for free? No. But have another stimulus in your life instead of constantly thinking about money, like passion or love. Because in our society, people are gaining status what they give, not what they take. Thank you.